New Palestine Dragons basketball is on the air from the New Palestine High School Gymnasium. It's time for tonight's girls varsity basketball game between the New Palestine Dragons, who come in with a record of 1-0 on the season, and the Southport Cardinals, who come in with a mark of 0-4. I am Andrew Smith, bringing you tonight's game from the Dragons' den, and it should be an interesting game. The Dragons coming off of a 44-28 victory over Greenwood on Wednesday night, a game in which the Dragons really were not challenged much. They built a double-digit lead early in the second quarter, and the lead stayed in double figures for most of the night. Greenwood went on a 9-0 run to cut the lead to 7 at one point, but the Dragons were able to respond and eventually put the game away and win that one 44-28. Isabella Gizzi led the way with 16 points and 5 rebounds. Anna Ackerman hit a pair of threes in the third quarter. She finished with 8 points and 5 rebounds. And Addie Jones was Pac-Man on the boards. She had 7 points and 16 rebounds in that contest. The Southport team 0-4 on the year, and their most recent outing was on Tuesday night, an 85-29 loss to Franklin. And earlier in the season, they had their closest game so far. Their opener was a 44-33 loss to Speedway. They lost to a very good Ritter team, 60-44, and 71-50 to Decatur Central last Saturday. So Adam Morlock's team looking for its first victory, and it's a team that has played New Palestine well historically. Last year, Southport won this meeting 62-55. They've played 8 times, with the two teams splitting 4. The Dragons have won 3 of the last 4. The player to watch for Southport tonight, Miranda Dean, a 5'10 sophomore guard who comes in averaging 13 points a contest as well as 6 rebounds a game. And then they spread their scoring out from there. Cece Mitchell, a 5'8 sophomore, and Brianna Reed, a 5'7 sophomore, will be a couple of other players to keep an eye on as they average 5.3 and 4.5 points per contest, respectively. The Cardinals will rely a lot on Miranda Dean tonight, especially because their 5'10 senior post, Maddie Newhouse, who is coming into the game averaging 10 points and 8 rebounds a contest, is not in the lineup tonight. So so expect a little bit more of a focus on the guard play for the Cardinals. For the Dragons, again, it's a fairly young team, as the Dragons have 2 seniors, Faith Hensel and Addie Jones, and starting a pair of juniors as well, and then sophomore Isabella Gizzi. A lot of juniors in the lineup, especially in the 8-player rotation for Coach Sarah Gizzi's team. Isabella really had a big year last year, especially in the sectional, and leading New Palestine to a sectional title, and continued that on Wednesday night. She didn't have a really good shooting game, but she was 9 of 12 from the line. She was aggressive going to the basket, and that also helped set up her teammates. So it's about time for basketball. We're going to take our first break of the night. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups and get you ready for tip-off. It's the Dragons and the Southport Cardinals. It's high school basketball on a Saturday night here in Indiana, and it's coming up next. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management. All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231.
Again, that's 861-923-14 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habig, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
Pork Vet Solutions is the best veterinary choice for your swine operation. Our two doctors, Matt Ackerman and Dylan Lape, can help you position your pork production system for the 21st century. We provide veterinary and consulting services, herd visits, preventive medicine, and more. Pork Vet Solutions is licensed and accredited in 8 states. Reach us online at porkvet.com or call 623-5132. That's porkvet.com or 623-5132. Pork Vet Solutions, literally saving your bacon each and every day.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
It's about time for tip-off at New Palestine High School. The New Palestine Dragons taking on the Southport Cardinals. Varsity girls basketball this evening. Let's give you the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Dragons, coached by fourth-year mentor Sarah Gizzi. The forwards, Faith Hensel, a 5'9 senior. She had 2 points the other night. And Addie Jones, a 5'6 senior, 7 points and 16 rebounds on Wednesday. Grace Marshall, a 5'8 junior. She had 7 points on Wednesday. Anna Ackerman, one of the guards, a 5'8 junior with 8 points a game. And Isabella Gizzi, a 5'7 sophomore with 16 points in the one game the Dragons have played. The Southport Cardinals, under the tutelage of fourth-year head coach Adam Morlock, he will deliver this lineup. Cece Mitchell, one of the guards, a 5'8 sophomore, averaging 5.3 points and 5.8 rebounds a game. The other forward, Gracie Cherry, a 5'10 senior, averaging 4.8 points and 4.5 rebounds. The guards, the center, Brianna Reed, a 5'7 sophomore, averaging 4.5 points a game. The guards, Talia Newell, a 5'6 junior, averaging 5.3 points and 2.8 rebounds a game. And Miranda Dean, their leading scorer, a 5'4 sophomore, averaging 13 points and 6.3 rebounds a contest. Our officials for tonight's game, John Ripperger, Gregory Johnson, and Michael Gadberry. The Dragons will be in the home white uniforms, red numbers. Dragons written across the front. Red and black trim. Southport in the red road uniforms with white numbers trimmed in black and a black stripe down the side trimmed in white, and Southport written in script across the front of the jersey. It's about time for basketball. The Dragons will move from left to right as you envision this court in your mind's eye. The Cardinals, therefore, from right to left. Addie Jones will jump it for New Palestine. Cece Mitchell to do the honors for Southport. And it's about time for basketball on a Saturday night in New Palestine. The ball is in the air and away we go. The Dragons win the opening tip. Isabella Gizzi will stare down a 2-3 zone as she brings it into the front court to the right. Addie Jones throws it away. She was trying to feed it into the corner and there was nobody there. And so 10 seconds into the game and the Dragons turn it over. Southport's Miranda Dean will bring it up. She'll bring it to the right side for Mitchell. Top of the key, Reed holds. Grace Marshall steps out on her. Dragons in a man-to-man defense. Dean will bring it to the right side, across the top. Gizzi knocks it free, but Dean gets it back. Dribbles to the right wing, hands off to Reed. She'll bring it across the top. Over to Gracie Cherry, just off the top of the key. Over to the right side, three in the air is off the front of the rim, no good from Miranda Dean. And the rebound tracked down, and a big save, but she saved it to the wrong player. Brianna Reed picks it off as Addie Jones tried to track that rebound down and keep it in bounds. Here's a three-pointer that is no good from Gracie Cherry, and Isabella Gizzi has the rebound. She'll dribble the outlet. We've played a minute, no score from New Palestine. Addie Jones with it on the left wing. Draws contact, dribbles to the elbow, has her shot blocked, and the loose ball is corralled by C.C. Mitchell of Southport. They'll rush it the other way. Mitchell with it on the right wing, traveled. Shuffled her feet as she was beginning her drive, and that'll give possession to New Palestine. A minute 10 into the game. Dragons and Cardinals are scoreless. Southport in a 2-3 zone as Isabella Gizzi brings it across for the Dragons. Feeds Ackerman left side. Now top of the key, Jones. Now to Gizzi right side. She bounces to Grace Marshall. Short corner out to Hensel, the high post. She fakes, shoots off the back of the rim, no good. And Addie Jones fouls, trying to go for the rebound. Miranda Dean had it, and Jones was trying to grab at it. Reached over Dean to do so, and that'll be Addie's first foul. Also the first foul on the Dragons, so Southport will bring it up. We're still scoreless, a minute and a half into the game. Dean guarded by Gizzi, dribbles to the right side, bounces to C.C. Mitchell. Top of the key, they work it through Gracie Cherry between the circles. She holds as they cut off of her, waits for the screen, takes a few dribbles to the right side, and hands off to Mitchell. Ackerman steps out on her as Mitchell picks her dribble up, bounces to Newell right wing. She looks to drive on Jones, loses the handle, picked off by Hensel. Addie Jones got the hand in there, and Faith Hensel picked it off, and she'll clear it to Isabella Gizzi to bring it across midcourt and start the offense for New Palestine. Marshall with it, dribbles to the elbow, feeds Ackerman to Gizzi left wing. Isabella holds, takes a dribble, feeds Jones back to Gizzi. One dribble, bounce pass underneath. Marshall goes up for the shot. It is blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with New Palestine. A couple of shots for the Dragons have both been blocked early. So the Dragons will inbound on the baseline. Three in the air from Marshall is no good, but the long rebound tracked down by Isabella Gizzi. Bounces it underneath, now back out to Marshall. Top of the key, Jones, left wing, Gizzi. Takes a couple of dribbles, hands off to Marshall. She'll drive inside, lose the handle. Hensel recovers the loose ball. Out to Ackerman, her 18-footer won't go, but Addie Jones with an offensive rebound. Third chance for the Dragons. Marshall is fouled as she was trying to pass it out to Gizzi. She got a bump from Dean. And so that'll be Dean's first foul. The Dragons will inbound. That's also the first on Southport. 5:25 to go in the opening quarter. We remain scoreless. Dragons with possession. Addie Jones right down Main Street, hooks it up with the left hand, can't get it to go. Newell with the rebound for Southport, but she lost the handle, and Anna Ackerman picks it off. Dragons push it the other way. Hensel inside, spin move in the lane. She scores. Faith Hensel with a nice drive and a spin move and scooped it up with the right hand. From the left block, the Dragons with the first 2 points of the game, 2 minutes and 55 seconds in. Southport with possession. Gracie Cherry on the left wing, bounces into the corner for Brianna Reed. Marshall steps out on her on the left wing as Reed goes behind the back, feeds Newell, drives baseline, feeds into the corner for a three that is around and in by Gracie Cherry. It's Gracie Cherry. Actually, they say it's a two. So Cherry ties this game up as she had her foot on the line. Gizzi with it right wing for New Palestine. Bounces it top of the key to Ackerman. Back on the right side for Gizzi. She'll look to drive baseline, beats her player, and then has her shot blocked on the baseline, and the loose ball's knocked out of bounds by Gracie Cherry, who blocked the shot. And that's the third shot block Southport has had tonight. The Dragons struggled with having their shots blocked against Greenwood the other night as well. They had several. Hensel out to Gizzi. Three in the air from the right corner is a little strong. And the rebound bounces to Leah Newell for Southport. She'll dribble it up. Across midcourt to the top of the key. Slides to the left side for a three-pointer from Cherry. That's an air ball. And the rebound corralled by the Dragons. Here comes Gizzi. Gizzi drives to the left baseline. Out to Marshall. She'll launch a three. It's strong. And the rebound cleared by Faith Hensel on the offensive end. Out to Addie Jones. She fakes, drives. Scoops it out to Hensel. Now she'll feed Gizzi top of the key. The Dragons reset against this 2-3 zone from Southport. 3:45 to go. We're tied at 2. We're in the opening quarter. Gizzi initiates the offense left side to Ackerman. Hensel steps out to set the screen as Ackerman brings it across the top to Jones right wing. Fakes one way, goes the other. Gets into the lane. Defender goes flying. Gizzi now drives, draws contact, tried to feed it inside. It was knocked out of bounds by Southport. Very physical possession Both coaches, I think, wanted something on that, but none forthcoming. 3:27 to go. We're tied at 2. First quarter, Dragons inbound to the baseline. Marshall with it on the left wing. Dribbles to the top. Feeds Ackerman right wing. Anna takes one dribble, works it through Jones to Gizzy left wing. She loses the handle. Will clear it back out to Addie Jones between the circles. Directs traffic. Feeds Ackerman. She'll drive to the baseline, put up a runner. It's a little strong. And it was an air ball, and Reed corrals for Southport. 3:04 to go. First quarter, we're tied at 2. Neither team has found much offensively in this game, and the Cardinals just threw it away as C.C. Mitchell was trying to bounce pass to the left wing, and there was nobody there. So it went out of bounds. Third Southport turnover. First substitution of the game for the Dragons is Rachel Kelly, a 5'5" junior, checking in. She replaces Addie Jones in the New Palestine lineup. Ackerman with it right wing. Brings it out through Kelly to Gizzy on the left side. Back to Kelly between the circles. One dribble, now to Ackerman on the bounce pass to the right side. High post, Hensel back out to Kelly. She'll hand off to Gizzy. Isabella uses Hensel's screen, gets to the top of the key, feeds Ackerman, a right wing. She wants three. It's off the back of the rim, no good. And Brianna Reed with a rebound for Southport. Dragons not being able to find much from outside so far tonight. C.C. Mitchell across the top, has it knocked free by Ackerman and stolen. And a one-on-one with Mitchell, drives, scores, and draws the foul. Anna Ackerman with a steal and the fast break layup, and has an opportunity at a three-point play. As the foul is on C.C. Mitchell of Southport, that's her first. And so Ackerman with the opportunity to give the Dragons a three-point lead. Takes a deep breath, puts it in the air, and it's perfect. So the Dragons, on Anna Ackerman's three-point play after the steal, lead 5-2. 2:15 to go in the opening quarter. Gracie Cherry brings it across midcourt for Southport, stops at the volleyball line, backs up with Hensel guarding her. Now feeds to the left side. Dean into the lane. Scoop shot off the bottom of the backboard, no good. Gizzy has the rebound, dribbles the other way. To the top of the key, still going to the left baseline. Reverses course, brings it to Marshall out high. Brings it over to Ackerman, now to Kelly. Right baseline jumper, 15-footer is an air ball. And it's corralled by Miranda Dean, and there's a foul on New Palestine. Bit of a frustration foul after the missed shot. It's Isabella Gizzy's first, second on the Dragons. 1:49 to go in a very low-scoring first quarter. The Dragons with a 5-2 lead. Faith Hensel with the basket, and Anna Ackerman a three-point play for New Palestine. Southport with possession. Dean with it on the right wing. We'll work it out high to Reed. Bounce pass to the left side to Mitchell. It's knocked free by Ackerman. It's stolen again. Anna Ackerman with her second steal. She'll drive inside, draw a contact, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Anna Ackerman right now providing the Dragons offense from her defense. Back-to-back steals have led to back-to-back fast breaks. The last one a three-point play. This one will net 2 free throws both times. It led to a foul by C.C. Mitchell, and she now has 2. Ackerman swishes the first free throw for her 4th point. So Mitchell will have to take a seat. Mariana Martinez will check in for Southport. She is a 5'6" sophomore. She has not scored this season, but averages 2.5 rebounds a game. Ackerman's second free throw is also perfect. She's got 5 of the Dragons' 7 points. It's a 5-point lead with 1:29 to go in the opening quarter. Newell to bring it up the left side. Kelly picks her up. Hands off to Cherry, left wing. Bounce pass into the corner for Brianna Reed. Behind the back dribble, guarded by Marshall, picks it up in the corner. Feeds out high to Dean. She'll bring it across the top. Ackerman knocks it free again. This time there's a jump ball. The possession turn will stay with Southport. But Anna Ackerman getting in there again. She's got a pair of steals and nearly had a third. But she won the Dragons a possession later on in this game, as she flips the possession arrow, essentially. Talia Newell out high as she collects the inbounds pass. Kelly all over her. Hands off. Handoff was not clean, but Newell gets it back, and Kelly is going to be called for a blocking foul. As kind of a botched handoff, but it bounced to a Southport player, and then there was a little bit of contact between Kelly and Newell. And while Newell may have had the arm extended, Kelly did not have position, so she's called for a blocking foul. Cherry catches and shoots off the inbounds. It won't go from the left side of the lane. And Anna Ackerman's been very active early. She has the rebound, dribbles the outlet. Southport falls back into its zone. They're getting it organized as Ackerman has it out high, feeds Gizzy on the right wing. Final minute of the first quarter. Out high to Kelly. Left wing pass, Ackerman into the corner. Grace Marshall thought about the three, takes one dribble, launches a 17-footer. It is strong. And the rebound pulled down to the weak side by Brianna Reed of Southport. Long feed ahead to Dean. She'll launch a three and hit it. So long pass ahead. Miranda Dean knocks down the three, and that cuts the Dragons' lead to 7-5. Final half minute of the first quarter. Gizzy with it right wing. Newell steps out on her. Bounce pass out high. They'll work it around to Kelly on the left side. She'll feed Ackerman, and now hand off to Gizzy with 14 seconds. Dragons will run their end of clock play. Gizzy with 11. Feeds Ackerman back to Gizzy. Now over to Kelly. Long skip pass to Ackerman. Catch and shoot, three in the air. Perfect! Anna Ackerman with her 8th point of the first quarter. And Dean cannot get a shot off before the buzzer sounds. The New Palestine Dragons take a 10-5 lead over the Southport Cardinals through 8 minutes of play. We're going to take a break, come back right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
At Real Life Church, we've done everything we can to create a place people love so they can experience a loving God. That means we do everything with you in mind. Whether it's our weekend services, our kids and student ministry, or small groups, we really have been expecting you. We've been praying for you, and we're excited about the opportunity to go on a spiritual journey with you. We hope that you'll take your next step and join us this weekend at Real Life Church. There's always room for you.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
Second quarter action beginning. The New Palestine Dragons with the basketball in a 10-5 lead. Andrew Smith along with you. Chloe Patterson gets her first action of the season, feeds Rachel Kelly. Bounce pass to the left block. Marshall hooks it out to Gizzy. Feeds out to Ackerman, and there's a 3-second violation as one of the Dragons was in the lane a little bit too long as they were working it out high. Second Dragon turnover of the night, 7:43 to go. New Palestine made a couple of substitutions at the break as Addie Jones also checked in, as well as Chloe Patterson. Here's the ball knocked free by Isabella Gizzy. She corrals, takes it up the left side. She is clocked by Talia Newell, which prevented Gizzy from getting the shot off cleanly. And as a result, Isabella will shoot a pair of free throws. It's a hard foul by Newell, and if you're going to foul somebody on a break, that's what you do. Foul them hard so you can't get the shot off cleanly. And across the arms, and Gizzy unable to get the first free throw to go. She was 9 of 12 the other night last year, a 74% free throw shooter. Isabella with one more, looking to extend the lead to 6, and she does. It's Isabella's first point of the night. So, Dragons with a 6-point edge. That's their biggest of the night. Newell with it, left wing, guarded by Jones. Gets over the screen and now picks up her dribble left corner. Feeds Cherry. Takes 2 dribbles into the middle, shoots over Patterson, can't get it to go, and Chloe Patterson corrals the rebound for New Palestine. Ahead to Gizzy. She'll stop on the left wing. Dragons with possession. Gizzy, top of the key, bounce pass to Addie Jones, left side, long skip pass to Ackerman to Gizzy, top of the key. Thought about the three, didn't take it, takes dribbles inside the lane and puts up a scoop shot. It won't go. Good look for Isabella at the left block, but it wouldn't go down. Gracie Cherry with the rebound for Southport. Dean the other way, cut off, ball's knocked free and stolen by Gizzy. Isabella, 2-on-2, pulls up at the elbow, tried to draw contact, couldn't get it to go, but Anna Ackerman comes flying in for the rebound. She puts it up and in for her 10th point, and the Dragons lead at 13-5. So an 8-point lead for New Palestine as Martinez brings it across for Southport. Feeds Newell on the left wing. Looks to drive baseline. Addie Jones cuts her off. Offensive foul. Talia Newell extended the arm. That's her second foul. 7th Southport turnover in this game. And a good job by Addie Jones of getting to the spot and forcing Newell to commit to the foul. Katie Cherry checks in for Newell. Cherry is a 5'10 sophomore. Newell sits down with a pair of fouls. 6:20 to go. Quarter number 2, the Dragons with an 8-point lead in the basketball. Kelly with it on the wing. Bounces to Jones, feeds underneath. Patterson puts up a shot, won't go. Fighting for the rebound. Chloe couldn't quite corral it. And it was touched out of bounds. Last touched by Mariana Martinez of Southport. So it'll remain with New Palestine. Gizzy to inbound to Patterson. Brings it out high to Kelly. Now Gizzy around a screen in the right corner. Takes 2 dribbles, bounces to Kelly, top of the key. Splits the double team. Now to Ackerman underneath. Back out to Ackerman. She'll feed Kelly out high. Over to the right side, Gizzy. Isabella holds. Now feeds Kelly between the circles. High post, Jones back to Gizzy. Right side, underneath Patterson. Puts it up and in. Chloe Patterson with her first 2 of the season. And the Dragons now have a 10-point lead. It's 15-5. Southport in possession. Gracie Cherry with it on the left wing. Bounces to Dean. She'll take it in the lane, put up a wild shot high off the backboard, no good. Gizzy knocks the rebound free to Addie Jones. She'll push it the other way. Jones stops top of the key. Feeds Ackerman left wing. Ackerman has 10 points in this game. We'll bounce it around to Rachel Kelly. Drives right baseline, puts up a scoop shot and scores. Rachel Kelly with an explosive drive down the right baseline. And the Dragon lead is 17-5, and Adam Morlock wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. 5:13 to go in the second quarter. The Dragons with a 17-5 lead. We'll take a break, come back right after
Shot
this.
Photography is your hometown photographer. Locally owned by Brenda Adams Turk and David Turk, Catch the Shot is dedicated to providing quality photos of your family, seniors, sports, and special events. We offer custom designed products including sponsor banners, photo collages, senior banners, and much more. We look forward to catching the shots with you. Contact Catch the Shot Photography at 317-620-1240 or catchtheshot.com.
And we welcome you back to the Dragons' Den, where New Palestine leads Southport 17-5. Dragons will break the huddle with Gizzy, Jones, Kelly, Patterson, and Ackerman, the same 5 that had been out there. They're going to extend the defense full court. Miranda Dean to bring it up for Southport. Jones came over to shoot a trap at her. Dean will bring it across midcourt using the offhand to try to give herself a little bit of space. Dean, top of the key, Gizzy guarding her. Feeds the left side to Gracie Cherry. Cherry drives on Patterson. Feeds into the corner to Katie Cherry, and she traveled. Shuffled the feet before her drive, and it'll be New Palestine possession. Substitution for Coach Sarah Gizzy as Elena Miller checks in and replaces Anna Ackerman. So it's Miller, Patterson, Kelly, Gizzy, and Jones for New Palestine. 4:50 to go, second quarter. It's a 17-5 lead. Gizzy out high. Southport has switched to a man-to-man defense as they feed Miller on the left side. Elena reverses course, brings it to the top of the key. Now feeds it over to Gizzy, right wing. Gizzy uses Jones' screen, drives into the lane, draws contact, puts a high off the glass, won't go. Patterson skies for the rebound, clears it back out to Rachel Kelly. Out top, Elena Miller wants 3. It's no good, off the side of the rim. Patterson fighting for the rebound is going to be called for her first foul. So that'll be her first, 4th on the team. So neither team right now close to the bonus. Southport has 5, New Palestine with 4. Miranda Dean will bring it up. She has 3 of Southport's 5 points. Working on Gizzy to the left side. Nearly lost the handle, but got it back in the crossover. Back to the left side. Now into the corner to Katie Cherry. Gizzy steps out on her. Gizzy tried to knock it free and instead commits her second foul. Isabella thought she saw an opportunity for a steal there, but instead that's foul number 2. And so Grace Marshall will check in to replace Gizzy. It's the 5th team foul in New Palestine. 4:06 to go in the second quarter. Martinez inbounds to Katie Cherry. She has it between the rings, slides to the left side. Kelly picks her up. Now they'll bring it back out high to Gracie Cherry. Patterson steps out on her in the high circle. Cherry drives, hands off to Brianna Reed. Reed working on Elena Miller, picks up her dribble at the volleyball line. Feeds over to Katie Cherry, who lost it, but it was rescued right at the mid-court stripe by Gracie Cherry. She'll drive all the way to the baseline, put up a reverse layup, and it hits the backboard and nothing else. And Chloe Patterson has the rebound for New Palestine. They had Rachel Kelly running the point. Feeds Miller in the right corner, back out to Kelly. She'll reset the offense with 3.5 to go. Back to Elena Miller. She'll bring it across the top. Now Marshall over to Kelly, and the ball's knocked free off of Kelly out of bounds. That's the third Dragon turnover. So with 3:22 to go, Southport has possession. New Palestine with a 17-5 lead. Katie Cherry to bring it up for the Cardinals. Marshall picks her up at midcourt. Hooks a pass over to Martinez in the right wing. Bounce pass to Katie Cherry. Cut off by Marshall on the baseline. In trouble, and she threw it away. Chloe Patterson with the steal. 9th Southport turnover. Chloe wants to go coast to coast, puts up a wild shot, gets it to go, and draws the foul. Chloe Patterson, with her 4th point, has a chance at a 3-point play. The Dragons on an 11-0 run. The foul on Miranda Dean is her 2nd. So she becomes the 3rd Cardinal with 2 fouls. Chloe Patterson is unable to complete the 3-point play, but Addie Jones corrals the offensive rebound. Out to Patterson, feeds Elena Miller, cutting down the right side of the lane, puts up a shot and scores. Elena Miller with her first 2, and the Dragons lead at 21-5. It is a 13-point run for New Palestine. Southport in possession. Miranda Dean brings it from the corner across the free throw line out to Martinez. She launches a 3 and hits it. Mariana Martinez breaks a long scoring drought for Southport with the Cardinals' 2nd 3 of the game. All of their shots have come from outside. They've hit 2 threes and 1 with a foot on the line. Dragons feed Addie Jones inside. Has the ball knocked away, but she is fouled as she was going up from the right block. So the foul is on Katie Cherry, it appears. That is her first. That is the 7th on Southport, although this is a 2-shot foul for Addie Jones as she misses the first free throw. Substitution for the Dragons, Whitney Miller replacing Rachel Kelly in the New Palestine lineup. 2:21 to go. Quarter number 2, Dragons with a 21-8 lead. Addie Jones with the 2nd of 2 free throws coming, and she gets the 2nd one to go as it hits the back of the rim and falls in. Tia Cassidy checks in for Southport. She's a 5'6" senior. 22-8, New Palestine leads, 2:15 to go. As Katie Cherry brings it across midcourt on Elena Miller. Elena knocks it free and has the steal. Elena up the far side, and they're going to wipe it off, and an offensive foul is called behind the play. It looks like one of the Southport players tripped over her own feet, but the official saw the player go down and calls the foul behind the play, and Sarah Gizzi is disputing the call, and I think she has a case. Whatever the case, Grace Marshall commits her first foul. And now we have a holding foul. And that was a pretty, there wasn't a whole lot of contact there, but you wonder if the dispute from the previous call, which looked like a player tripping over her own feet and, led to a second foul called that was one without a whole lot of contact. Katie Cherry to shoot a 1-and-1, and she hits the first. So Southport scored the last 4 points. It's 22-9, or 4 of the last 5, I should say. Faith Hensel replaces Chloe Patterson in the Dragon lineup. Chloe gave the Dragons some really good minutes, scored 4 points. Cherry with one more free throw coming. This one rims no good, and the Dragons fumble the rebound out of bounds. Whitney Miller and Addie Jones were both there and just knocked it off of each other. So 2:03 to go, and Southport with an extra possession here. Bounce pass to Cassidy, right wing. Whitney Miller guarding her, feeds Dean in the corner. She's playing with 2 fouls, circles the arc, hands off to Martinez, who fumbled it out of bounds. It's the 11th Southport turnover. As Mariana Martinez just lost the handle. So a minute 52 to go, 22-9. We're in the second quarter. Elena Miller across midcourt, uses Whitney Miller's screen. Whitney backs down into the post as Elena brings it out high to Marshall. She'll drive right side, lose the handle, and was able to get rid of it. Feeds Whitney Miller. She'll drive from the top, scoop it up, won't go, but Whitney will shoot a pair. So Marshall lost the handle. Looked like she lost her footing, but was able to keep her dribble and got it out to the corner. And so kept the possession alive, and Whitney Miller will shoot a pair. She hits the first. Dragons 3 out of 6 in the quarter, 6 out of 9 in the game from the line. Miller, that is her first point. Whitney's got one more coming, and she gets this one to roll in. Back to a 15-point lead for the Dragons. It's 24-9. 93 seconds to go as Dean crosses midcourt. Stops on the Dragon logo, has screeners on either side of the elbows, and she'll feed out high for a three-pointer from Cassidy that won't go. And the rebound is knocked out of bounds to Southport. Miller and Marshall were both going after it and unable to corral it. And the Cardinals finally able to get it inbounds, but it's ripped away by Addie Jones. That's a jump ball. It'll stay with Southport, but again, it garners the Dragons an extra possession on the next flip of the arrow. And Southport looks to inbound, and Whitney Miller, showing off her soccer skills, punts it out of bounds. Whitney played for the Dragons JV as a freshman and sophomore, took last year off. She's the starting goalkeeper for the Dragons soccer team, had a very successful year. Here's an inbounds to Cherry. Her shot won't go, and Whitney clears the rebound. Ahead to Elena Miller, 1:12 to go in the half. Dragons with a 15-point lead. Addie Jones wants three from the right side. It won't go, and the long rebound taken out of there by Miranda Dean. 1-on-2, Dean going coast to coast, puts one off the side of the backboard. It won't go. And Grace Marshall has the rebound for New Palestine. She'll look to go coast to coast. And now it's cut off on the baseline. Feeds Elena Miller. Baseline jumper won't go, but she was fouled on the closeout. And Elena will go to the line. And now it's the Southport fans' turn to complain as Katie Cherry commits her third foul. It's the 9th Southport foul, but they've all been on 4 players. Cherry's got 3. Mitchell, Newell, and Dean have 2 each. Dean has remained in the game. Josie Miller checks in for Southport. She's a 5'4" freshman. And Elena Miller with the front end of a 1-on-1. Can't get it to go, but gets her own rebound. Feeds out high to Whitney Miller, now to Grace Marshall. 45 seconds to go in the half. Marshall to the elbow. Feeds Elena Miller right side. Elena will bring it across to the top of the key and now feed Faith Hensel on the left wing. Into the corner, Marshall looks to turn it. Out high, Hensel. She'll drive right side, put up a shot off the backboard, won't go. And a rebound bounds around to Martinez for Southport. They're 3-0, and Elena Miller comes back and knocks the ball away, but is called for a foul. Good hustle by Elena Miller, but she got a little bit of arm in addition to the ball, and so that'll be her second foul. It is the 8th New Palestine team foul, but they're giving the ball out of bounds to Southport. I don't think anybody realizes it, and the ball's kicked out of bounds. Southport should be shooting the bonus here. Now that the ball has been inbounded, and here's the inbounds to Martinez. Her shot is blocked by Marshall, but it's corralled by Taya Cassidy, but she couldn't hang on to it. It's out of bounds to New Palestine. 20 seconds to go in the half. 24-9, Dragons lead. Elena Miller will slowly walk it up. She's picked up by Josie Miller at midcourt. Slides to the right side with 11. Feeds inside to Whitney Miller. Whitney out top Hensel. 16-footer from the elbow won't go. Rebound is cleared by Josie Miller with 3. Ahead to Cherry, and now to Dean. She did not get the shot off in time, and it falls short anyway. So we're at halftime at the Dragons' Den. Anna Ackerman has 10 points. The Dragons have had really good balance in this game, and they lead the Southport Cardinals 24-9. The D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care halftime show comes up right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com.
D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
You're listening to The Dragons on newpalradio.com.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. With a former Dragon star in Bloomington, all eyes should be on the Hoosiers football program this year. HoosierHuddle.com is a free and independent site that has covered the football team since 2013. They provide roster analysis, player profiles, interviews, game previews, wrap-ups, and more. You can follow them on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle or visit HoosierHuddle.com to keep up with your in-state favorites.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
It's time for the D&D Strictly Storage and Best Insight Family Eye Care halftime show. The New Palestine Dragons with a 24-9 lead over the Southport Cardinals. Andrew Smith along with you, bringing you all of the action tonight. A couple of schedule changes for the Dragons, or one schedule change to note. The game scheduled Tuesday at Franklin Central has been postponed due to COVID concerns with the Franklin Central team. And so that game will be played on Thursday, December 17th at Franklin Central, a 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity tip. The Dragons' next game then will be 1 week from today, next Saturday afternoon at Lawrence North. The defending state champions will be hosting the Dragons, and that game will be a noon JV tip, 1:30 for the varsity. The next home game, and therefore our next broadcast here on newpalradio.com and the YouTube channel, will be on Tuesday, November 24th, when the Dragons take on the Rushville Lions. Melissa Marlowe and her team will be in here, 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity tip. And then Saturday the 28th against Whiteland, we've got an 11 a.m. JV tip, 12:30 for the varsity. So Dragons with a 24-9 halftime lead. Let's go over the halftime scoring numbers for you. And it starts off with Anna Ackerman. She's the Dragon in double figures. She had 8 of her 10 in the first quarter. She has 3 field goals, one of which is a 3, and is also 3 for 3 from the line. Chloe Patterson has a pair of field goals off the bench for 4 points. She's 0 for 1 from the line. Elena Miller has 2 points on a field goal. She's 0 for 1 from the line. Faith Hensel, Rachel Kelly each have a basket for 2 points. Whitney Miller is 2 for 2 from the line. She has 2 points. Isabella Gizzi and Addie Jones are each 1 for 2 from the line for 1 point. Grace Marshall has played but has yet to score. So 9 Dragons have played, 8 have scored. New Palestine with 8 field goals, one of which has been a 3. And the Dragons are 7 of 11 from the line. For Southport, Miranda Dean has a 3. Mariana Martinez has a 3 off the bench. Gracie Cherry has a basket, and Katie Cherry is 1 for 2 from the line. 3 field goals, 2 of them threes, 1 of 2 from the line for Southport. Cece Mitchell, Talia Newell, Josie Miller, Tia Cassidy, and Brianna Reed have all played but have yet to score for Southport. Dragons led at 10-5 after a quarter, outscored the Cardinals 14-4 in the second quarter, and lead at 24-9 here at halftime. Southport committed 11 turnovers in the first half. The Dragons committed 4. Elsewhere in the conference today, one game this afternoon, Greenfield Central dropped a 24-21 decision to Guerin Catholic. And so GC, who the Dragons will see on December 11th as part of a boys-girls doubleheader at Greenfield. Cougars fall to 1-2 on the season. After that loss, they've played a couple of pretty low-scoring games so far this year. And so one other game in the league tonight, and that features Shelbyville taking on Bloomington North, and we have not seen a score from that game. Well, and that would make sense because it's only 6:30. We're used to varsity games being a little bit concurrent with ours, but of course we're playing at 6, so it's a little bit earlier. That game will tip off at 7:30. So we're here in halftime. The New Palestine Dragons with a 24-9 lead over the Southport Cardinals. Glad to be bringing you all New Palestine home boys and girls games on our YouTube feed this year, and of course also on newpalradio.com. And we also will have audio coverage of all, planning to have audio coverage of all road boys games, and that's subject, of course, to us getting approval from the host school to broadcast and select girls games as well on newpalradio.com. And so audio video coverage of home contests and audio coverage of road boys and select girls games on newpalradio.com. And so we're here at halftime. Again, Tuesday night at Franklin Central has been moved to December 17th. And that, of course, means that the next game will be Saturday, a week from today, against the Lawrence North Wildcats. That game at Lawrence North. The defending state champs will be hosting New Palestine next week. And then the next home game will be Tuesday the 24th. And that game against the Rushville Lions, an old conference foe, back on the schedule. Time to take a look at the Dragon Athletic Report on the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care halftime show. And the swimming season will begin on Tuesday for the Dragon girls. Coach Jason Tillage's team will host Lawrence Central and Shelbyville on Tuesday at 5:30. And then on Thursday, they've got a road meet at Greenwood and Roncalli. And so good luck to Coach Tillage and the girls swim team as they begin action next week. That'll be our the wrap it up for the Best in Sight Family Eye Care D&D Strictly Storage halftime show. The Dragons with a 24-9 lead over Southport with 16 minutes of basketball to go. We're going to take a break, come back with second half action right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com. Presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habig, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
Get a Grip is where to go for the serious fisherman. We are the home of the original Golden Rule measuring board, which we manufacture right here in Hancock County. Get a Grip also offers weigh-in bags, reel handlers, mount sleeves, and other fishing accessories. We pride ourselves in providing some of the finest bump boards and weigh-in bags, all sourced and made in the USA. Get a Grip serves the pros, and we can serve you too. Get a Grip is also the proud sponsor of the New Palestine High School Bassmasters fishing team. Visit GatorGrip.com to see our product line. That's GatorGrip.com.
At Real Life Church, we've done everything we can to create a place people love so they can experience a loving God. That means we do everything with you in mind. Whether it's our weekend services, our kids and student ministry, or small groups, we really have been expecting you. We've been praying for you, and and we're excited about the opportunity to go on a spiritual journey with you. We hope that you'll take your next step and join us this weekend at Real Life Church. There's always room for you.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
Second half action set to begin. The Dragons will have possession when we return. New Palestine with a 24.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn.
And we'll wait to tell you about them as we head to the next break. 24-9, the Dragons with a lead, and they'll have possession to begin the second half. Back to the original starting five as Addie Jones will inbound to Isabella Gizzi, Ackerman, Hensel, and Marshall, the other three on the floor. Southport back to its 2-3 zone that it started the game in. Addie Jones across the top, feeds Ackerman, now to the right wing to Gizzi. Bounce pass into the corner, Marshall. Feeds Hensel in the right block, puts up a shot, it won't go. And Addie Jones fights to keep the rebound alive, hooks it out to Hensel, who knocks down a 14-footer. Fourth point of the game for Faith Hensel, and that was set out by some great hustle by Addie Jones to keep that rebound alive. The Dragons with a 17-point lead. Gracie Cherry takes a feed at the right block, and she scores to get Southport in double digits. It's now 26-11. That's Cherry's fourth point. Makes her Southport's leading scorer. Isabella Gizzi wants three the other way and rattles it home. Gizzi's fourth point. The lead up to 18. It's 29-11 as the Dragons pushed it up the floor, and Isabella knocked down the Dragons' second triple of the game. Newell across midcourt for Southport. Over to the right side to C.C. Mitchell. Underneath, Gracie Cherry able to dribble to the block, try to feed it out to the wing, and it hit Reed in the feet and is picked off by Addie Jones. She takes it coast to coast, puts it off the glass, can't get it to go. The rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with New Palestine. So the Dragons with possession, 6:47 to go third quarter. It's an 18-point lead. They'll inbound into the corner, and now Grace Marshall has it on the wing. Out top, they work it through Jones to Ackerman, left corner, back to Addie Jones. Thought about the three, instead dribbles to the free throw line. Tried to hook a pass to Hensel. It was knocked away, but Faith gets it back. Gizzi works it over to Ackerman, drives inside, feeds Marshall, puts it off the deck, and draws a foul. Dragons with good ball movement, finding Grace Marshall underneath, and she'll shoot a pair. The foul on Gracie Cherry is her first. First on Southport this half. Grace Marshall scores her first point. She becomes the 9th Dragon to score in this game. Just like Wednesday night, some really good balance. Grace hits both free throws. The Dragons now 9 of 13 from the stripe, and they lead it by 20. 6:30 to go in the third quarter. New Palestine is open to the quarter with a 7-2 run. Southport with possession. Reed at the left elbow. Turns, fires, and can't get it to go off the back of the rim. The rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cardinals. So Newell to inbound, baseline right. And brings it into C.C. Mitchell. Brings it out to Miranda Dean. Top of the key now, the feed. Finds Reed. She takes one dribble to the left, picks it up. Marshall all over her. Able to clear it to Dean. She'll dribble it back out to the left wing and reset. Yeah, her pass to the wing for Reed is picked off by Marshall. Grace, 2-on-1, feeds Gizzi, puts it up with the left hand and scores. Marshall with a good feed, Gizzi with a good finish. The Dragons with a 22-point lead as Isabella scores her 6th point. Mitchell across the top. Feeds Cherry, who knocks down her second three of the game from the left wing. Or make that her first three. And it's 33-14. She knocked down a 2 with her foot on the line earlier in this game. And has her 7th point. Marshall drives to the right block, feeds into the corner. Gizzi wants 3, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. But Addie Jones fights for the rebound, can't get the putback to go. Jones again fighting for the rebound, but this time knocks it out of bounds. So possession will go to Southport. 33-14 is New Palestine's lead. Southport has hit 5 field goals in this game, and 3 of them have been threes, and 1 was a shot by Gracie Cherry with her foot on the line. So all but 2 of their points have come from outside. Cardinals with possession. They're working around top. Gracie Cherry cut off by Addie Jones. Feeds it to Mitchell. Now to the top of the key for a 3-point attempt by Brianna Reed that's no good. Off the side of the rim, and Gizzi has the rebound. Isabella quickly across midcourt. Slows up at the top of the key. Newell cuts her off. Bounce pass to the left side. Marshall tried to bounce it into Hensel. It got knocked away, but Faith got to it, put up an acrobatic shot that wouldn't go, and then fouled Reed on the rebound. It's Faith's first foul. Reed had her blocked out. Faith did not provide much contact, but it was enough to merit a whistle. So first on Faith, first on the Dragons in the second half. 4:40 to go as Newell crosses midcourt. And Ackerman with another steal. And then Mitchell, out of frustration, just grabbed her, and that's CeCe Mitchell's third. Ackerman's fourth steal of the game. So 4:37 to go. Addie Jones to inbound. 33-14 is the Dragons' lead. Once again, Ackerman forces the turnover and draws the foul, and now Mitchell becomes the second Cardinal with 3 fouls. It's like a 1-2-2 look now for Southport. Jones feeds Marshall. A 2-point shot is no good as Marshall fired it from the corner. Gizzy throws up a wild runner that hits nothing but air, and Jerry has the rebound for Southport. Newell will drive baseline, drives, and Addie Jones blocked her shot. Ackerman corrals the loose ball, and Newell commits her third foul. It's the third on Southport, and now Katie Cherry, CeCe Mitchell, and Talia Newell all with 3 fouls. So 4:10 to go. Quarter number 3, the Dragons have been in control much of the night. They have a 19-point edge right now. Dragons find Addie Jones top of the key, clears it to Gizzy on the left side. Now to the left corner to Marshall. Splits the double team, feeds it out high, and now feeds Ackerman to the right corner. Bounce pass into the high post was read nicely and stolen by Gracie Cherry, and the other way, Miranda Dean pushes it up and draws a foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. And foul on Addie Jones is her second. It's New Palestine's second of the half, and we'll send Miranda Dean to the line. She's an 83% foul shooter. She's 30 of 36 from the line this season. But this is her first trip there. So she's averaging 9 free throw attempts a game coming into this one. She's 1 of 1 as she hits the first, and 1 for 2 as she misses the second. Addie Jones clears the rebound for New Palestine. 3:43 to go. It's an 18-point edge for the Dragons. Grace Marshall has it in the left corner. She'll circle the arc, bring it out high to Gizzy as the Dragons work against this 2-3 zone for the Cardinals. Gizzy waits for the screen from Marshall. Newell comes out to step out on Gizzy, feeds Ackerman to the corner, back out to Isabella. Now over to the right side. They'll work it around into the corner to Marshall. Drives baseline, finds an open Ackerman for a 17-footer that she knocks down from the left baseline. Ackerman's first points of the second half were 12th of the game. The lead back up to 20. Newell picked up by Addie Jones and used the off arm to toss Jones to the floor, and that's Newell's 4th foul. 15th Southport turnover. And so Marina Martinez will replace Newell in the Southport lineup. So Gizzy to bring it across, Dragons with a 20-point lead. New Palestine's outscored Southport 11-6 this quarter. Hensel clears it to Jones, into the left corner to Gizzy. Back out to Addie Jones, skips it over to Ackerman on the right wing. Back to the top of the key to Jones. One dribble, Addie feeds Ackerman, gets it back, dribbles to the elbow, clears to Gizzy on the left side. Working on Mitchell, bounce pass underneath to Marshall, and she's fouled. Strong move from the left block to the middle by Grace Marshall, and she was fouled by Gracie Cherry, and that's Cherry's second. So Grace to the line to shoot a pair. She's 2 for 2 on the night. Looking to extend the Dragons' lead and cannot as she misses the first. She's got one more coming. And we have substitution. Corinne Marshall is going to check in for the first time this season. And Sarah Gizzy is going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take 1-2. 2:43 to go in quarter number 3. Dragons leading Southport 35-15. This is Dragon Basketball on newpowerradio.com.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
Grace Marshall hits the free throw the other way. Mariana Martinez with a good strong drive to the hoop. She scores. The Dragon lead is 36-17. Anna Ackerman directing traffic for the Dragons as they have possession. She has it on the left wing, feeds Jones top of the key, back to Anna. Takes one dribble, back out top for Addie Jones, knocked free and stolen by Miranda Dean. Dean one-on-one with Jones, puts up a runner, no good. Good D by Addie Jones in transition. The rebound knocked out of bounds to Southport. So they'll maintain possession with 2:08 to go in quarter number 3. Inbounds pass comes to Reed. Gizzy nearly knocked it free. They get it to Dean to the free throw line. Out for a three-point attempt by Gracie Cherry. This is off the front of the rim, no good. And Grace Marshall has the rebound. Dragons feed it ahead and throw it away. Pass for Addie Jones was not expected. I think kind of surprised Addie a little bit, and she wasn't able to corral it. It's back-to-back turnovers for the Dragons. They've committed 7 now. And Southport with possession down 19. 1:50 to go in the third quarter. Double screen at the top. Martinez takes the one on the right. Feeds Mitchell in the corner. Brings it back out to Gracie Cherry. She drives from the right wing to the baseline. Clears it out to the corner to Dean. Now to Martinez. Thought about the three. Instead took a couple of dribbles. They'll work it around to Reed on the right wing. She picks up, looks at the three, doesn't take it again. They nearly throw it away, but it's saved at midcourt into the hands of Brianna Reed. She'll clear it out top to Gracie Cherry. 80 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bounce pass to Mitchell, left wing. She'll bring it out on the bounce. Feed Dean cutting down the lane. Back out to Martinez, who can't get a three to go. And Isabella Gizzy clears the rebound. Gizzy pushes it ahead to Ackerman. Anna to the lane. Her runner is good. Anna Ackerman's 14th point. And the lead back up to 21. It's 38-17. Final minute of the third quarter. Anna with a career high tonight. She had 8 of her 14 in the first quarter, staking the Dragons to an early 10-5 lead. Here's Reed pulling up at the free throw line, feeding Dean into the lane. Puts up a runner, good D by Gizzy, but Dean is able to get that to drop in. Miranda Dean with a high scoop shot that goes. Addie Jones wants a 17-footer the other way that grazes the back of the rim, no good, but Corinne Marshall has the rebound. She goes up strong, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound again. It's tipped out into the corner to Addie Jones. 24 seconds to go. Jones out top for Gizzy. She'll back it out. Dragons with a 19-point lead. It's 38-19. 17 seconds to go. Ackerman out top for Jones. Bounce pass to the left side to Gizzy, to the baseline to Grace Marshall. Out top to Addie Jones. It was knocked free by Dean, but Jones gets it back. 6 seconds to go. Corinne Marshall, mid-post, goes to the hoop. Instead feeds her sister Grace for a baseline jumper that won't go. Ackerman fighting for the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds by Southport. But with 1/10 of a second left, this has to be a tip, as the Dragons will inbound to the baseline. Tia Cassidy checks in, replacing Brianna Reed for the Cardinals. And they had to get a tip, and instead they just inbound and allow the clock to expire. The Dragons head to the fourth quarter with a 38-19 lead over the Southport Cardinals. We're going to take a break, come back right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Pork Vet Solutions is the best veterinary choice for your swine operation. Our 2 doctors, Matt Ackerman and Dylan Lape, can help you position your pork production system for the 21st century. We provide veterinary and consulting services, herd visits, preventive medicine, and more. Pork Vet Solutions is licensed and accredited in 8 states. Reach us online at porkvet.com or call 623-5132. That's porkvet.com or 623-5132. Pork Vet Solutions, literally saving your bacon each and every day.
Catch the Shot Photography is your hometown photographer. Locally owned by Brenda Adams Turk and David Turk, Catch the Shot is dedicated to providing quality photos of your family, seniors, sports, and special events. We offer custom designed products including sponsor banners, photo collages, senior banners, and much more. We look forward to catching the shots with you. Contact Catch the Shot Photography at 317-620-1240 or catchtheshot.com.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
Southport with possession to begin the fourth quarter. The Dragons with a 38-19 lead. Varsity girls basketball on a Saturday night from New Palestine. Mariana Martinez with the ball off the dribble, and she's fouled by Addie Jones. Addie was trying to fight through a screen, and a little too much contact. That's Addie's third foul. Third on the Dragons. So a common foul. Southport will take it out of bounds. Tia Cassidy will inbound. She'll get it into the backcourt to Martinez. She'll bring it up to the top of the key. Has the option of the 2 screens. Takes the one on the right. Feeds Mitchell in the corner. It's knocked free. Loose on the floor. And a foul is called. And I think they got Addie Jones for her 4th. That is the case. So Addie's got 4, 2 quick ones in the first 24 seconds of the fourth quarter, and Rachel Kelly will replace her in the lineup. Cassidy to inbound for Southport. Was able to clear it to Gracie Cherry, high right. Back to Cassidy. Grace Marshall steps out on her. Cassidy dribbles to the right wing, to the free throw line, bounces it out high to Katie Cherry, who's recently checked back into the game for Southport. Cherry clears to Cassidy. Into the right wing for a 3-point attempt by Gracie Cherry. That's an air ball tracked down by Anna Ackerman for the Dragons. She clears to Gizzy. Up the left side to Kelly. Now to the corner to Corinne Marshall. Hooks into the lane to Ackerman. Puts it off the deck. High off the glass and in. Anna's got 16, and the Dragons lead it by 21. Strong finish by Anna Ackerman. We've played a minute of the fourth quarter. Katie Cherry with it on the left side. Hands off to Cassidy. She'll bring it across the top. Cassidy to the elbow. Bounce pass to the right side. Mitchell, her pass inside to Cassidy is fumbled, but collected by Gracie Cherry. She feeds Mitchell, drives baseline. Strong shot. That won't go. It's a little too strong. And Kelly has the rebound for the Dragons. Rachel Kelly to the left side. Bounces to Gizzy. Into the corner. Looks to drive baseline. Has her shot blocked, but not legally. Isabella will go to the line to shoot a pair. And so the foul is the 3rd on Gracie Cherry. Southport has 3 substitutes set to come in after Isabella Gizzy drains this first free throw for her 7th point. Isabella now 2 of 3 for the game. Elena Miller will check in, replacing Grace Marshall for the Dragons. For Southport, Brianna Reed, Talia Newell check in, as does Miranda Dean. Remaining out there are Cassidy and Martinez. Gizzy's second free throw won't go, so the lead stays at 22. Rebound knocked around and collected by Martinez of Southport. Quickly the other way, Newell stop on the left side. On the bounce, picks it up with Ackerman all over, clears it out to Martinez. Bounce pass to the right side. Nobody was expecting it, but Cassidy was able to pick it up with the right wing. Elena Miller guarding her. Bounces it in to Newell in the right corner, and she'll circle into the lane. And her pass is knocked free and stolen by Gizzy. Gizzy, one-on-one, takes it to the middle. Dean comes back to knock it free. There was all kinds of contact there, and it looks like Miranda Dean has committed her 3rd foul. And that is the case. So Gracie Cherry, Miranda Dean, Cece Mitchell, and Katie Cherry all have 3. And then Talia Newell has 4. 7th team foul, and We're going to see this is a foul on the floor, so Gizzy will shoot a 1 in bonus. Isabella 2 for 4 in the day. She has 7 points. And it's good on the first shot. So Isabella now has 8. The Dragons as a team now 12 of 18 from the line. Gizzy has 1 more coming. It's in the air and perfect. So 9 for Gizzy, 43-19 is New Palestine's lead. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter as Newell pushes it up to Dean on the left side. Dean across the free throw line. Feeds Martinez in the right wing. And Gizzy knocks it free and steals it. Isabella takes it in all alone, lays it up and scores. Isabella's got 11. 10 of those here in the second half, and the lead is as big as it has been. It's 26. Newell feeds Dean in the right corner. Looks to drive. Ackerman knocks it free out of bounds. It'll stay with Southport. Whitney Miller and Chloe Patterson will check in for the Dragons. They will replace Corinne Marshall and Anna Ackerman. So Elena Miller, Rachel Kelly, Isabella Gizzy out there. The ball's knocked free and stolen by Rachel Kelly. It's the 18th Southport turnover. Kelly goes coast to coast, misses the shot, but she is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. And this foul will be the 4th on Miranda Dean. Southport's leading scorer on the season has 6 points tonight. Now she has 4 fouls. Rachel Kelly to the line to shoot 2, and she misses the first off the side of the rim. Rachel's got 2 tonight. 10 different Dragons have played in this game. 9 have scored. Katie Cherry and Gracie Cherry check into the Southport lineup, replacing Dean and Martinez. Well, Dean stays in. Martinez checked out. Kelly hits the second free throw. The lead has been extended to 46-19. Katie Cherry across midcourt, guarded by Rachel Kelly. To the free throw line. It's off to Newell. She'll drive, strong drive up the left side. Her runner won't go. Rebound, fought for. Still loose on the floor. Roller derby finish. And it is a jump ball as Chloe Patterson and Brianna Reed had each other tied up. And the possession turn favors New Palestine. So give Chloe a rebound. Her first varsity action of the season. She's got 4 points, and it's given the Dragons some really good minutes off the bench. Dragons feed Elena Miller on the left wing. She'll dribble it to the top, feed Chloe Patterson, cutting down the left side. She scores. Great feed from Miller to Patterson. Chloe's got 6. The lead is up to 29. Katie Cherry over to the left side for Southport. Brings it out high to Reed. Takes a couple of dribbles. Whitney Miller steps out on her. Now clears to Newell. She'll circle the arc. Feed to the left side to Gracie Cherry. Pulls up at the elbow. Clears to Reed. One dribble and now to Newell. She'll drive the baseline. Put up a runner. It won't go. Rebound knocked into the hands of Katie Cherry. Out to Gracie Cherry, who wants 3. It won't go. It's too strong off the back of the rim. And the rebound knocked out of bounds by Reed on the weak side. To New Palestine with 4:27 to go. Dragons have opened the quarter with a 10-0 run to open up a 48-19 lead. And they have scored the game's last 12 points. Gizzy slides to the right side. Dean steps out on her. Feeds underneath to Patterson. It's knocked free. Chloe tracks it down in the right corner. Clears to Gizzy. She'll drive into the lane. Pitch it out to Elena Miller. Now back out top to Rachel Kelly. Crosses over into the lane. Feed for Whitney Miller. Whitney has to pick it up on the floor, but she was stepping on the out-of-bounds line when she did. And so that'll be a turnover to Southport. I think they were trying to set Whitney up inside and just couldn't quite connect. So it's the 8th Dragon turnover on the night. They're still plus 10 in that category. Southport feeds Reed in the high post. She'll take a couple of dribbles and now feed Dean. One dribble, 3 from the top of the key won't go. Whitney Miller has the rebound. Clears it ahead to Gizzy up the right side. To Elena Miller, perfect fast break, and Elena finishes high off the glass for her 4th point. And the Dragons have 50. They lead it by 31. 3.5 to go as Newell works on Patterson, slides to the left side. Feeds it into the corner for Dean, takes a couple of dribbles. Now brings it out to Reed. Reed between the circles. Whitney Miller steps out on her, knocks the ball free, and she couldn't save it. Whitney, always somebody who plays with a lot of hustle, and she was flying over there to the sideline to try to keep that in bounds and could not. Couple of substitutions for the Dragons. We'll see Allie Blum check in for the first time for New Palestine. Faith Hensel also back in the lineup. They'll replace Kelly and Gizzy. 3:18 to go. It's a 31-point edge for the Dragons. New Palestine well on its way to its second victory. Elena Miller knocks a pass free. It's still loose and knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Southport as Chloe Patterson was going for that loose ball. Take this opportunity to wish a very happy birthday to New Palestine principal Jim Voles. He is in attendance tonight, enjoying the game from the baseline. 3:05 remaining. Southport in possession, and we have a foul on New Palestine as Gracie Cherry was driving to the baseline and was pushed out of bounds, and that's an automatic foul, and it's going to be Whitney Miller's first. It's the Cardinals to inbound on the baseline. Josie Miller checks in. Clears it out to Gracie Cherry, back to Josie Miller, who was recently checked into the game for Southport. Now to Cassidy. She'll drive and draw a foul. Looks like Chloe Patterson's going to be the guilty party on this one, and that is the case. That's Chloe's second. It's the sixth on the Dragons. So the next one will put Southport in the bonus. This was a shooting foul, so Tia Cassidy will shoot a pair. She is 0 for 1 on the season. And now 0 for 2. She misses the first. And another new face in the game for Southport. As Carrie Mendel checks in. She's a 5'8" sophomore. Cassidy's second free throw is in the air and around and no good. Chloe Patterson with a rebound. Southport has still not scored in the fourth quarter. 2:47 to go. Elena Miller feeds Blum. Turnaround jumper around and no good. A rebound fought for by Chloe Patterson, and she just ran right over Mariana Martinez, and that'll be Chloe's third foul. So it's the seventh team foul in New Palestine, so this will be a 1 and bonus for Southport. Martinez has 5 points in the game. She has not shot a free throw as a team. Southport's 2 for 6 from the line. Corinne Marshall will replace Chloe Patterson, who heads off to a nice hand from the Dragon fans and players in attendance tonight. Chloe finishes with 6 points, assuming that that will be the end of her night. She might check back in, but we'll see. But she has 6 points. Mariana Martinez is a 1 and bonus for Southport. And her first free throw is perfect. It's her 6th point. It's the second of a 1 and 1 forthcoming. So Martinez with the second free throw, a little bit of a chuckle everybody is getting as Whitney Miller on the first shot was a little bit leaning into the lane and doing everything she could to not commit the lane violation. Martinez hit both free throws. She's got 7. Elena Miller drives for New Palestine, feeds Hensel on the wing. Out top to Allie Blum. Over to the right side, Corinne Marshall. She'll drive to the free throw line, feed Elena Miller, cutting to the basket. She scores. Elena's got 6, and the lead is 52-21. Got 2:20 to go in the ball game. Josie Miller with it for Southport. Ball knocked free by Whitney Miller for the Dragons. Whitney takes it coast to coast and scores. Whitney's got 4. And the Dragons lead at 54-21. Josie Miller for Southport takes it to the wing, feeds into the lane, and it's ripped right out of their hands by Faith Hensel. Quickly ahead, Elena Miller draws the foul. She'll shoot a pair. 1:50 to go in the ball game. Dragons lead at 54-21. Defense forcing turnovers and turning them into fast break opportunities. Izzy Meese commits the foul. That's her first. Adam Morlock has cleared his bench, and the Dragons, with all 11 who have dressed, have played. Elena Miller knocks down the first free throw for her 7th point. 55-21. Chloe Patterson will replace Faith Hensel in the Dragon lineup. Faith heads off to a nice hand. She finishes with 4 points. Elena's second free throws off the front of the rim, no good. Corinne Marshall with the offensive board. She puts it back up, can't get it to go. Chloe Patterson saves the rebound back inbounds. Whitney Miller saved it a little further, but it was picked off by Josie Miller of Southport. She pulls up and goes high off the glass and scores on the other end. Josie Miller's first 2, Southport's first field goal of the fourth quarter. 55-23. Corinne Marshall will launch an 18-footer and knock it down for the Dragons. 10 of the 11 who have played have now scored as Corinne scores her first 2. And it's 57-23. Southport in possession. Izzy Meese loses the handle. Whitney Miller with the steal. Quickly ahead to Corinne Marshall. She puts it up with left hand and scores. Corinne's got 4 quick points, and it's 59-23. The Dragons with 21 here in the fourth quarter. It's gotten a little bit ragged here in the last couple of minutes as the ball's knocked free by Whitney Miller. She was sniffing another steal, but unable to corral that one. Dragons have forced 20 Southport turnovers. 58 seconds to go in this one before the Dragons will move to 2-0 on the season. Heading into a matchup with the defending state champs Lawrence North next Saturday. Shot by Shaden Jones doesn't go, but she draws a foul and will go to the line to shoot a pair. It's the second on Whitney Miller. So Shaden Jones to shoot a pair. She is a freshman. Her first shot is around and no good. She's got one more coming. Takes 3 dribbles, a deep breath, and scores her first points. 49 seconds to go, 59-24, Dragons in the lead. A 21-point fourth quarter for New Palestine. Allie Blum with it on the wing for New Palestine. Bounces it out to Whitney Miller, directs traffic between the rings. Whitney feeds Allie Blum on the right wing. Cuts to the basket, Allie to the free throw line, bounces it out to Elena Miller. It's knocked free and stolen by Izzy Meese of Southport. She'll take it to the basket and now bring it back out to the right wing. Feed it out high. Here's a three-pointer by Katie Cherry that won't go, and Chloe Patterson is the rebound for the Dragons. 20 seconds to go. Elena Miller to bring it up. 59-24, New Palestine leads. Allie Blum catches on the right wing. Allie feeds Corinne Marshall going to the basket. A reverse layup is good. Corinne Marshall with 6 points. The Dragons lead at 61-24. Final possession of this one as Josie Miller loses the handle, clears it out to Katie Cherry. She can't get a shot off, and the New Palestine Dragons have moved to 2-0 as they knock off the Southport Cardinals 61-24 this evening. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care post-game show. That comes up right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. With a former Dragon star in Bloomington, all eyes should be on the Hoosiers football program this year. HoosierHuddle.com is a free and independent site that has covered the football team since 2013. They provide roster analysis, player profiles, interviews, game previews, wrap-ups, and more. You can follow them on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle or visit HoosierHuddle.com to keep up with your in-state favorites. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habig, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
Final score from tonight's game: the New Palestine Dragons knock off the Southport Cardinals 61-24. Andrew Smith bringing you the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care post-game show, and it's a successful one for the Dragons as they have 10 of their 11 players score tonight. 11 played, 10 scored, 2 in double figures, led by Anna Ackerman. She finished the night with 16 points, and Anna on the evening, 6 field goals, one of them a 3. She was also 3 for 3 from the line. She had 8 in the first quarter, 10 in the first half, added 6 in the second. Isabella Gizzi scored 10 of her 11 in the second half. She had 3 field goals, one of them a 3. She was 4 out of 6 from the line. Elena Miller scored 7, 5 in the fourth quarter. She had 3 field goals, was 1 of 3 from the stripe. Corinne Marshall had 6 off the bench on 3 field goals. Chloe Patterson also 6 off the bench on 3 field goals. She was 0 for 1 from the line. Faith Ensel had a pair of field goals for 4. Whitney Miller had a pair of field goals, a field goal and a pair of free throws for 4. Rachel Kelly had a basket, 1 of 2 from the line for 3. Grace Marshall was 3 of 4 from the line for 3 points. And also tonight, Addie Jones was 1 for 2 from the line for 1 point. Allie Blum played but did not score. The Dragons with 22 field goals, 1 of them a 3, 15 of 23 from the line. Southport had 8 field goals, 3 threes. They were 5 of 10 from the line. They were led by 2 players. Gracie Cherry had 3 field goals, 1 of them a 3 for 7. Mariana Martinez had 2 baskets, 1 of them a 3. She was also 2 for 2 from the line for 7 points. Miranda Dean, their leading scorer, was held to less than half of her average. She had a 3, a 2, and was 1 of 2 from the line for 6. Also tonight, Josie Miller had a basket for 2 points. Katie Cherry was 1 of 2 from the line for 1, as was Shaden Jones. Brianna Reed, Tia Cassidy. Cassidy was 0 for 2 from the line. Talia Newell, Cece Mitchell, and Izzy Meese all played but did not score, as did Carrie Mendel for Southport. Dragons led at 10-5 after a quarter, a 14-4 second quarter, made it 24-9 at halftime, a 14-10 third quarter, made it 38-19, and then 61-24 was the final as the Dragons outscored Southport 23-5 in the fourth quarter. Dragons now 2-0 on the season. Their next game will be a week from today against the defending state champions Lawrence North. That game will be at LN, and we'll tip off the JV at noon, the varsity at 1:30. Our next broadcast on NewPalRadio.com and the New Palestine High School YouTube channel will be a week from Tuesday on the 24th of November as the Dragons host the Rushville Lions, a former conference foe. The Lions back on the schedule, and they will tip off 7:30 broadcast on Tuesday. The Dragons taking on the Rushville Lions on the 24th. Again, this coming Tuesday's game at Franklin Central has been moved to December 17th. So that's one schedule change for you. Other scores in the conference tonight, just one final. Guerin Catholic beat Greenfield Central 24-21. Later tonight, Shelbyville will play Bloomington North. Delta was scheduled to play Elwood, but that game has been postponed. So tonight, It's a victorious one for the Dragons, 61-24. They knock off the Southport Cardinals. Thanks for joining us in the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care post-game show, and thanks for joining us on tonight's broadcast. The Dragons move to 2-0. Next game will be, again, a week from today at Lawrence North. The next broadcast we'll have for you on both the YouTube channel and on newpalradio.com will come Tuesday, November 24th, when the Dragons host the Rushville Lions. We'll be on at about 7:25, 7:30 tip-off that evening for the Dragons and Rushville. Until then, this is Andrew Smith saying good night. God bless you. So long, everybody. Our final score again from New Palestine, the Dragons 61, the Southport Cardinals 24. Thanks for joining us this evening. This has been a presentation of the Crosscom Sports Network and